The pattern emerges gradually, often unnoticed. A young child observes a struggling parent, perhaps battling substance dependence, volatile emotions, or emotional withdrawal. An unspoken realization forms. Someone needs to maintain stability, and no one else seems capable. This marks a profound psychological shift. The child doesn't vanish physically, but their authentic self begins receding. They develop heightened social awareness, suppressing their own emotional needs while managing the household's emotional climate. They shoulder adult responsibilities before their developmental readiness. Society often applauds this. So mature for your age, so reliable, so capable. Yet rarely does anyone question the underlying price being paid. This describes the hidden loss experienced by those whose childhoods ended prematurely. The consequences extend far beyond youth, influencing adult relationships, professional choices, and self-perception. Without recognizing these origins, people often perpetuate survival mechanisms that once protected them but now cause harm. When children must emotionally support adults rather than receiving support themselves, this role reversal, termed parentification by psychologists, fundamentally alters brain development. Constant responsibility for managing emotions, their own and others, creates persistent hypervigilance. Continuously monitoring for threats, walking carefully to avoid conflict, internalizing that affection must be earned through caretaking. Children learn their needs represent danger while others' needs demand immediate attention. Their genuine self retreats, replaced by a high-performing version. They become the accommodating child, the undemanding friend, the person who never requests assistance. This identity becomes so convincing they forget its protective armor. Yet something remains unresolved. The buried child within continues existing, wordlessly asking, "Why wasn't I protected?" These patterns evolve into complex adult symptoms. Extreme self-reliance develops, refusing assistance, maintaining emotional distance, struggling with vulnerability in relationships. Positive experiences may trigger numbness because happiness feels unfamiliar or undeserved. Rest becomes difficult since productivity has become the primary source of worthiness. Many remain unaware they're operating in survival mode. When early chaos becomes normalized, the nervous system accepts it as standard. Calm feels uncomfortable, peace seems suspicious, and affection feels like creating future obligations. Children will sacrifice their authentic selves to maintain attachment. It's biological imperative, not conscious decision. When safety is absent, children trade genuineness for belonging. This represents survival intelligence, not weakness. The tragedy: what once protected now constrains. Many high-functioning adults carry deeply neglected younger selves that continue influencing behavior. They overperform to earn affection, remain silent to prevent abandonment, care for everyone while secretly hoping someone will check on their well-being. That longing, that someone might notice the strain beneath the strength, that perhaps you could finally break down and receive comfort, represents the unmet needs of a child denied childhood. Healing starts with acknowledgement rather than correction. Until you validate your experience, you'll minimize it. Others suffered more. It wasn't terrible, I'm fine. But fine can be another mask. Adults who matured prematurely often never feel truly secure, even in peaceful settings. They become partners who distrust gentleness, givers unable to receive, people who apologize for crying and deflect compliments. This is early maturation's cost. If childhood trained you to prioritize strength over vulnerability, silence over honesty, fixing others while ignoring your own fractures, adulthood inherits these patterns. You live perpetually braced, waiting for permission to finally collapse. The truth: no one else will rescue your buried child. You must extend that compassion yourself, offering what was never provided. You didn't deserve that burden. You were simply a child. You're allowed to rest now. This begins genuine healing work, not bypassing pain with superficial positivity, but turning toward abandoned aspects of yourself and declaring, "I acknowledge you, I hear you, I won't abandon you again." This survival pattern appears subtly in adulthood. You might serve as therapist to all friends while never revealing your struggles. Independence gets praised while you secretly fear becoming burdensome. Relationships find you overcompensating, managing, explaining, fixing, then feeling resentful. Setting boundaries feels like betrayal. These aren't personality traits but learned coping mechanisms, and they can be unlearned. This requires moving beyond glorifying your strength to honoring your wounds. Ask your younger self, what did I need then that I didn't receive? The answers might include acknowledgement it wasn't your fault, someone checking on your welfare, freedom to play and rest fearlessly. Gradually provide these things for yourself, not to erase the past but to stop repeating it. This stops seeking parental figures in romantic partners, mistaking anxiety for intuition, fleeing from both who you were and who you're becoming. Awareness requires confronting pain. We often avoid examining our deeper selves at any cost. Yet healing demands facing everything, the neglected, ashamed, frightened, angry parts. Healing isn't becoming someone different, but remembering who you were before external pressures shaped you. If you matured too quickly, understand, your capability wasn't the problem, the absence of choice was. Now choice exists. You can choose gentleness, rest, and honoring your emotions rather than managing everyone else. This won't happen immediately. Some days you'll feel like a child again. That's intentional. Welcome that child home. Let them express emotion, experience play, finally receive recognition. You're not damaged, you are becoming integrated. Perhaps for the first time you're developing properly, through authenticity rather than pressure or fear. You may not have had a childhood, but the future remains unwritten. This time, you're the author.